NFTs take over the art scene, we chat with visual artist Toym Imao and ScarletBox founder Sheree Gotuaco. Keep it right here on CNN Philippines. This new project between ScarletBox and visual artists brings local art to the modern space, or NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. And one of the works in question, a collaboration between a national artist and his son, completing a previously unfinished work. Visual artist Toym Imao and ScarletBox founder Sheree Gotuaco join us now live on The Final Word. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Sheree, let me start off with you. For the benefit of our viewers, what are NFTs, or non-fungible tokens?
All right. So ownership of something we value is deeply human, no? Centuries ago, artists were commissioned to paint frescoes to connote ownership of their home. In the mid-16th century, the first art on canvas was done to make it easy to preserve and transfer ownership. Today, it's one of the most valuable ways to own art. In the 80s, with the adoption of computers, digital assets and art came about. But you know, in the last 60 years, there was really no way to attribute ownership to a digital asset until now.
Yeah.
So NFTs allow digital assets to be recorded on the blockchain, no? Which is a database of transactions. And once you record something, it cannot be changed. And when you have ownership, you have the freedom to sell or use it the way you want to without fear of someone running after you. So Rico, it's really a game changer in the area of digital assets.
So basically, it's like the stock exchange. You buy an NFT, and then you can also sell it after a few days or after a few months when it appreciates in value.
Yeah, just it's more like collector's art. It's not really a securities that's something that someone will invest in. So it's really more considered like an art that you buy. And yes, sometimes they do appreciate in value.
So there will be two artworks available, and they are collaborations, Sheree. One is Toym Imao and his late father, a national artist, Abdul Mari Imao. And you also have Andre Baldovino and uncle, national artist Jose Hoya. I just wanted to find out from you, why an art NFT and not a limited edition artwork or digital print?
So an art NFT, so what NFTs can do is you can preserve it and you can pass it down to generations, no? And once it's already anchored on the blockchain, then you can really verify ownership. If it's a digital print, then you really cannot verify ownership because you cannot attach it to something that cannot be changed. So that's something that, you know, that's the power of NFTs, and that's something that it can help in terms of preserving and transferring assets, digital assets.
So, Toym, let me ask you, what did you think of this idea that was vouched to you by Sheree? I know you're a traditional artist, you're a sculptor. What did you think that you will have a collaboration with your late dad in this art NFT?
Well, basically, I mean, I'm quite open to a lot of collaboration with other artist platforms. So for me, this is just an extension of that experimentation and exploration on other platforms to exhibit art, And being the son of Abdul Mari Imao Sr., it is also my duty to continue, to explore possibilities in which I can still share my father's work. So this collaboration came at a time that we were really thinking on other ways in which to tap for the awareness, not only of my dad, but national artists' work.
It's amazing, Toym, a collaboration of two generations. How was the process of merging your artwork and the artwork of your late father?
Well, what we did was that actually I looked at unfinished works of my dad. And from there, we built up other elements and components in which to add. That is on my own creative decisions. And with the collaboration with Sheree's team, we extended that into other incarnations and iterations that would allow a digital platform to share other forms of this particular artwork.
You know, Sheree, when you talk to Filipino art collectors, they like to buy paintings, sculptures, digital prints, art toys, because they like it displayed in their homes or in their offices. You know, they're physical investments. But NFTs are, like what you mentioned, are data stored in a blockchain, a digital ledger. So why should art collectors, especially the hardcore ones, invest in something that they cannot physically appreciate? Isn't it a risk?
All right. So thank you for asking that. So one thing that we have done with this initial drop is that we are also giving a collectible box now, which has a digital frame where they can display the NFTs now on their own in their own homes or offices. Before it was just usually stored in digital wallets, and it's hard to show off to people. But right now with the digital frame, that's something that people can share. And once it's secure, if people know how to secure it, it can be very valuable later on because it cannot be burned. It cannot be lost if you're careful with it. It doesn't cost much to store it, unlike painting. Sometimes you need warehouses, you need insurance.
Right.
So in many ways, it's really it can produce a lot of value moving forward.
And how many of these two art pieces collaborations will be available to collectors?
Right now, we are still working with the quantities with our artists, but we may have about between 500 to 600. And these will all be one of one, so none will be duplicated. So that's why we think it's going to hold a lot of treasured value from the collectors.
And Toym, after going through this process, would you want to venture into more art NFTs?
Well, I'm certainly open to this kind of platform. I think one important duty or openness of an artist is to explore other avenues of putting his art out there. In the past 2 years, we have been on the online platform, and it's undeniable that the digital platform is here to stay. So now, like 100 years ago, photography had the challenge of being accepted as art. Today, there are challenges with art being presented as NFTs, no? But I think it's a brave new world out there, and as we go along and evolve, our audience evolve, our art evolve, we should be open into trying out these new ways of expressing artistic expression.
And you will be a trailblazer together with Andre Baldovino and Jose Hoya in this Filipino art NFT space.
Yes, we are. I mean, we're working hard together. We're also learning from this entire process. I think what's important is that we are open to feedback and how we can improve it, and at least localize it within the Filipino experience. But of course, we will be bringing this also to a wider audience beyond our shore. So the possibilities are exciting, and we're quite open to new ways of expression with these NFTs.
So, Sheree, are you looking beyond this two artworks, beyond the Toym, Abdul Mari Imao collaboration and the Baldovino and Hoya collaboration? Are you looking at other artists to also get their works into NFTs?
Yes, definitely. We have some more exciting plans and collaborations and ideas moving forward to this end of this year and up to the following year. So it's really nice to showcase the talents of artists and have them be more accessible to a lot more people, and to create more awareness so that they'll be proud of their culture and they'll really know about their history. So it's something that we also hope to also bring outside our shores, that as what Toym said, to be able to do this to other Asian communities.
All the best with Filipino art. Visual artist Toym Imao and ScarletBox founder Sheree Gotuaco.